Does this look modern to you? Or does this look modern to you? Did you guys actually know that the Tesla Model Y Juniper, this is not the headlamp is here. Or the latest Ferrari Luce, where people think, oh, it's got a very slim headlamp, but actually this is a DRL. The real headlamp hides in here. Today I want to talk about why modern cars have slim headlights, or why do people think it's slim, what they actually are, and what brands are using them as their brand. So if you remember the cars from 70s, 60s, 50s, they all had a round headlamp and it seemed very big. Obviously, there was a regulation behind that, the sealed beam headlight regulation that was mandated from the 40s, which forced all the car companies to have a round light. But since the 80s, the technology of the modern lamp has developed so much, so the headlamp didn't have to be that big anymore. Just like this telephone from the 90s, they're huge. But look at the phone right now, 1,000 times more function in this smaller phone than this. And that's one of the advancements of the technology which enabled the car companies to use their headlamps as their branding. It was the Audi R8 which came up with the first LED DRLs. Now, DRL is a short term for daytime running light. So they introduced these LEDs, which you can see from far that this is distinctively Audi, and also gave it that expensive look. And then this DRL was mandated since 2011. Now, because the Audi was the first one to introduce these DRLs, they actually came up with every kind of shape you could think of on the DRLs. They came up with this shape, they came up with that shape, they came up with this shape, anything you can think of. Mercedes started to introduce their DRL signature, the Fackel, which actually, if you look at all the cars in that era, the DRL is coming down this way. Also, BMW evolved with their angel lights that was very round, and then they evolved into a more edgier shape, and then even more edgier, and now they have their laser headlamps. So if you look at all the headlamps from Audi, BMW, Mercedes, you can easily see that they squeezed every single idea to put different DRL signatures on a limited boxy headlamp shape. And then what happened in 2008? Rolls-Royce came out with Rolls-Royce Phantom. And what was really unique about this car is that they put the headlamp in the bottom and they put the DRL on top. So you're mistaken that, oh wow, the headlamp is really thin, but in real life, the headlamp is hidden under it. So at night, it gives that a very menacing, stately look to the car because headlamp is really thin. This was very shocking amongst all the designers because when they look at the Rolls-Royce Phantom, it gives you an illusion that the headlamp is not there. So with the slim headlights, how it evolved was all the OEM designers were trying to find a clever way to integrate and split the DRL with the headlamps. For example, this is a 7 Series where people think that this is the headlamp, but it's not. It's just a DRL to make it appear like a headlamp, but the real headlamp is actually very cleverly hidden right here. But it looks like a side intake, and people are very confused where the rear headlamp is, but at night you will see this headlamps shining. If you look here, all of the cars, their actually headlamps are hidden inside from the body, but what you see is the signature of the DRL. It was the designer's dream when they were thinking about modern shapes or characters, just like the Cyclops from X-Men or the RoboCop or Tron. You can see these very thin lights, and it kind of resembles the latest technology because back then it was impossible to make it that thin. One of the really few brands that still has a big light is Porsche. And that's why Porsche is conceived as one of the most iconic brands out there in terms of design, because they still keep the circular lamp shape from the 1960s, but they play around with very detailed modern DRLs inside that shape, which differentiates them from other brands that are doing thin headlamps. So the question is, do you like the new direction all the brands are going to, or the classic design that some of the brands are still keeping as their heritage? Please let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And we'll be coming back with more of these design breakdowns in the modern car industry. Thank you.